What's up, my brothers? So in this video, I want to hit on something that's a bit of a touchy subject. It's about the birth rate. And I'm going to kick it off with this tweet from my friend Elijah. He put out the other day. He said, "We could fix the birth rate issue by getting women out of the workplace and back into the home. Stay-at-home moms is what we need more of, not right-wing female commentators condemning feminism while ironically not realizing they are feminists." Closes it and says, "Make homemaking great again." All right. Now, this might rub some people the wrong way, might ruffle some feathers, but the reality of the matter is he's actually not wrong. I've been saying this for years, and I haven't seen a lot of these tradcon commentators really like hop onto this strongly and amplify it. This is one of the first times I've seen somebody else do it, so that's why I wanted to talk about this one. Look, we've got a plethora of women right now entering men's spaces and looking to capitalize either on growing an audience, revenue, influence, become more of a boss girl, if you will, sort of thing. You see them in the manosphere, aka the Manos Swamp. You know, they're generally running these podcasts and shows, and they're talking to usually men and women, sometimes in a studio, about matters that generally impact men's lives. And I think they do it from a good place. You know, all of these right-wing commentators, these podcasters that are talking about, you know, feminism being toxic and, you know, the patriarchy not being a real thing and the world is really a matriarchy and all that sort of stuff. They hit on the same points that I've talked about for years, that others have talked about for years, decades. Even guys from like the 2000s and the 90s have been covering this. There's even MRA type of dudes that have talked about this for quite a long time. And lately, a lot of these women, I don't know if, you know, some people have called them grifters. You know, they've said, well, look, unless they're marching down on Capitol Hill or Parliament and they're doing something to change the laws that are hostile against men, then they're not really doing anything productive. They're just grifting. They're just looking to build an audience and maybe monetize it or both sort of thing. They're mostly watched by men paying attention to these right-wing commentator type of women that are trying to oppose or speak out against feminism. And I think my friend Elijah's right. We don't need women commenting on matters that affect men. We need women actually doing something to affect change on it. Okay, as the others have been saying out there. All that they're doing when they're commenting on these matters is they're just saying the same thing that's already been said, only with a push-up bra and makeup and their hair done. That's the only difference. The truth of the matter is they don't truthfully understand or know or even care about the male experience because they're not men. Unless you have male levels of testosterone coursing through your veins, a penis, you've been dealing with women your entire life, it is impossible for you to understand or even care about the plight of today's modern men dealing with the hostile environment that is, you know, the sexual marketplace dating women. So the point that a lot of the critics make is, look, if these gals care, rally thousands of your colleagues together, make a, you know, virtue signal, some kind of a hat. You know, the toxic feminists have the pink pussy hat. Maybe they can have like a red, I don't know, whatever hat. You know what I'm saying? They can rally together this crowd of thousands and thousands of women that care so much about men's issues and march down on policymakers and have the laws changed. But they don't, because it's more profitable and you get greater reach podcasting or streaming or whatever, you know, YouTubing, whatever it happens to be. Elijah's right. If these women want to help, get out of the corporate space, get out of the environment where you're not, you know, supporting families, where you're not building larger families, where you're supporting a man and being a complement to his life so he can pursue a mission and provide for a family. And, you know, truthfully, the funny thing is when you see a lot of these, you know, strong, independent gals, you know, who say that they need a man like a fish needs a bicycle sort of thing, later on in life, there's so many articles that I've come across time after time after time where they lament and they're so frustrated with the choices that they made in life, and they all wish for the exact same thing. They wish they would have had a man in their life and or a family and or children, but they didn't, because they made other choices, and they told other gals to make those choices because they've been told that their entire life for decades and decades. Be like a man, you don't need no man, be strong and independent, all that sort of stuff. And to the point of Elijah talking about the birth rate going down, it's a significant issue. You know, government tries to solve it by using things like immigration or giving folks refugee statuses, you know, stuff like that. So it's a real problem. Anyway, so the point of this video is really to sort of touch on the subject and open it up for discussion. And I think that tweet is probably one of the best ways I've heard it summarized in a long time. You guys tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. Pinned in the top comment, there's a bunch of useful links to my website, taking a look at my supplement line, my other podcasts, my book, and all that stuff. So go check that out. Just leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Is this guy right? Is he wrong? What do you think about this entire notion about all these women, these right-wing female commentators that are touching on subjects that are matters that, you know, they purportedly care about men? Again, I'm in agreement. If, you know, if they really cared, rally the troops together, go down to Parliament Hill and change laws, because men have tried it for decades and decades and they don't change them because nobody cares. If there's tax loopholes that a entrepreneur or a millionaire can take advantage of, he will. He's not going to want to change the laws. And that's the problem, because these loopholes that protect women in things like divorce, like family law, for example, which is so hostile towards towards fathers, why would they want to change something that would benefit them? You see what I'm saying here? This is a real problem, and this is exactly the origin of the tweet. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out. Have a good day.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.